I'm here with Clay Collard, 2023 PFL lightweight finalist, fighting November 24th at the championship, Washington, D.C., against Olivier Aubin-Mercier. First of all, Clay, fight of the year. That's what people are saying coming out of that Shane Burgos fight. How does that sound to you?
It'd be great if I actually win one of these times.
I mean, how much do those kind of accolades mean to you? Just in the sense of like, you're not going to take home a whole bunch of extra money or a big trophy. Maybe the World MMA Awards, you'll get something there. But I mean, for the most part, it's the fans, it's the media giving you these accolades. But at the same time, I imagine it's nice to be recognized for, everything you put into that.
Yeah, I think this is the third year in a row with PFL that I've been a candidate with Fight of the Year. I've only been with PFL for 3 years. So I think I'm doing my job, right?
Absolutely. What is it about you that you wind up in these wars that other guys, maybe they have one in their career. Like you said, you've had 3 years running.
That's just the type of dude I am, bro. I'm in there trying to finish guys. I'm in there trying to, you know, put on shows, and yeah, it's just who I am. I just guess it's my fighting style. I don't know. It's nice though.
Well, it was definitely entertaining to watch. Definitely appreciate the sacrifice. And this is kind of a funny question, given both of you guys are known for explosive fights. But is that the kind of fight you were expecting going into it with Shane?
Yeah, no, personally, I thought he was going to try to wrestle me a little more. I think he's quite brave standing there and coming after me and eating some of the shots he ate. So shout out to Burgos, man. That dude's tough as they come.
Well, absolutely. You are no slouch yourself. And now, you come off a 3-round war with Shane and you head into this championship fight. Your first time going all the way in the PFL season. I mean, what is the anticipation like a couple of months out from the event? Are you at the point where you're like, man, I just want to get this here. I want this to come, or how's it feeling?
Well, after the 3 rounds of mayhem, took some time off. A couple days, kind of let the body reset, and then I started camp. So we start slow, just trying to get the body back into it, feeling good again. You know, the main thing is to be healthy. So I just want to be healthy, and I think if we're healthy, I'm going to be well prepared, and so yeah. Right now, it's just focusing on. I'm just enjoying the process, I guess. So.
How big a bonus is the timing of this championship fight? It's not like the regular season where they're like 6 weeks apart. You do get a little bit more recovery time for this.
Yeah, thankful for me. Yeah. So, yeah, we're just taking the proper steps to feel good and look good, and we're gonna go in there and fight good.
Do you do anything in particular? I've talked to guys who, over the years, have kind of added things to their repertoire for recovery in terms of like they do more ice baths, they spar less, all kinds of different things. But do you do anything in terms of your recovery now that you didn't do earlier in your career?
The older you get, the more tricks you learn. So, and the older you get, the harder it is for your body to bounce back. So, um, I stay very active on my recovery to, red light therapy, to ice baths, to my chiropractor, to making sure I'm stretching properly, getting enough sleep, eating the right foods, taking the right supplements. It's just, there's so much that comes with fighting and, being prepared properly, that it's like, I think I've forgotten more stuff than I than I know. Like, it's just you got to keep up on so much to be good in this sport, you know.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned supplements there. This is kind of just a left field question, but obviously the PFL has brought in USADA. That program has ramped up starting with the playoffs. And of course, one of the big culprits we've seen in guys getting dinged by the USADA program in the past has been stuff that's not on the label and supplements, contaminated supplements. Have you kind of had to go down? Because I know they have that like approved supplement list and whatnot. Have you kind of had to make any adjustments there, or were you basically just taking a little bit here, a little bit there, and it didn't matter?
So I had my team, my management team and stuff like that go through, and I take all USADA approved supplements now. So yeah, I haven't really, I don't take a whole lot of supplements like, you know, hydration, some fish oil, some like beetroot. So I'm very picky when it comes to my supplements. I think good food and good sleep are the two most important things for recovery. So yeah, you know, just I'm glad we have USADA to catch these guys that, you know, cheat, you know.
Definitely.
So yeah, it's a bonus for me because I'm like I don't really do anything I'm not supposed to anyway. So
Well, definitely if you're using all the USADA approved supplements, that way, if anything does happen, you go, "Hey, this is on you." So that
yep,
makes it a lot easier, right?
100%.
Let's talk about this fight. OAM, we talked before your last fight about this, and it almost sounded like you were kind of hoping that Bruno Miranda might come out the winner, but you even said, I don't think that's going to happen. Is it just his style that kind of, this isn't the most exciting matchup on paper necessarily because he's going to come in and possibly grind?
Yeah, I'm excited for the challenge. I don't think it's going to be the most exciting fight. It's not going to be a Shane Burgos banger, I don't think. Um, but I'm excited for the challenge. You know, I've been thinking OAM since the beginning of the year. It's going to be me and him. So, um, yeah, I think I like I said, I don't think it's going to be that crazy banger fight, but it's a challenge that I'm ready and excited for. So.
Now, he does have 3 stoppages in his last 4 wins, I believe. So, do you see kind of a new side of him emerging? Is that something that you also keep in the back of your head?
Eh, I mean, he beat Stevie Ray. I knocked out Stevie Ray. He knocked out that one dude they fought, not Bruno, but the one before that. That dude wasn't.
Anthony Romero.
Yeah, yeah, you know, they brought him in late too. Like they just all of a sudden he's fighting this random another Canadian guy. Like, okay, who the fuck is he? He got knocked out. Okay, we're not too worried about him anymore. I almost called the I could have called the Bruno fight. You know, he caught him with a shot, got on top, and Bruno couldn't get away. You know, so yeah, I don't think he's some guy who I think he's got lucky a little bit in knocking a few dudes out. Yeah, I don't think he's some knockout artist personally.
Well, he's probably going to stick with his bread and butter, I would imagine, with so much on the line, and that's something that it's worth kind of talking about a bit. I mean, this kind of money that you are going to be fighting for on November 24th does not really exist outside of the UFC and maybe the Bellator tournaments. I mean, what does this opportunity mean to you with that in mind?
I want to be a world champion. I've been working towards becoming a world champion since I started fighting at the age of 18. Um, you know, being a world champion is a great dream come true to us, and that's what we're working towards is the gold that money can't buy. I want that big shiny belt that you can't pay for, you know. That would mean more to me than, I mean, the money's nice, don't get me wrong. I need the money to take care of my family and I'd like to get in a bigger house, and there's a lot of things that the money's going to help, but to live the rest of my life a world champion, that's what I'm looking for. So,
And obviously, like you said, something money cannot buy. With that in mind, then, if all goes well in November, have you thought to what the future would hold? Because there kind of seems to be two paths that have opened up now in the PFL, where you've got the regular season, the tournament format on the one side, the super fight division on the other, that is going to launch with the likes of Jake Paul, Francis Ngannou, Amanda Serrano has signed on as well. Uh, and then when we talked earlier about you've got three Fight of the Year nominations in 3 years. You finished guys like Stevie Ray. You had the war with Burgos. You obviously had the Anthony Pettis win, another big one. You're starting to get quite the profile. Would you potentially go that route, or would you want to go back into a season?
well, I plan on winning. So if you win, you got to come back.
Now, when you say that, I don't know what the PFL contract situation is like. Do you have to go back and defend, or is that just your mindset? You want to go back and defend?
No, I believe in the contract that states if you win, you gotta do another round. Um, I like fighting often. I like the format. Maybe in a couple years when I'm a little older, I might only take one or two fights a year. Maybe they'll let me do the super fights then. I don't know. But
Oh,
man,
fair.
if you're gonna throw a pay-per-view card, you might as well throw me on it. I'm gonna be one of the most exciting fights on the card. I can guarantee that. I mean, I've showed it time and time and time again. So, yeah, I might do a couple more years in the tournament and then be like, hey, let me fight once or twice a year now.
Well, like you said, if you're going to do a pay-per-view card, throw you on it. I don't think there's any argument you'd be in there as, the fight of the night or definitely in competition for it. Clay, I want to thank you again for the time. I'm going to ask you one more before I let you go. What can we expect November 24th, the lightweight championship?
What can you expect? I guess another Cassius Clay fight, man. Like, so that's all you need right there.
There you go. That's what we're looking forward to. Clay, thanks again. Best of luck in the fight.
Thank you, brother.
Have a great day.
You too.